call this meeting of Ohio County Fiscal Court to order on this 27th day of January 2026 at 3:30 p.m. I'm going to ask Brother Greg Boyd to come forward and lead us in a prayer and a pledge to the flag.
Yes, let us pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, we lift this day up to you, Lord. We just pray, Lord, that all the business that is conducted today would be your business, Lord, that we would seek wisdom from above, that all of ourselves would be unified in a oneness to you, Lord, and we just pray that each and everything said today would glorify you. And Lord, we just pray and we seek that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gentlemen, you have before you the minutes of the January 13th, 2026 minutes. I would love to have a first and a second, a motion and a second to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion by Jason Bullock. Second by Dale Bevan. Is there any discussion, corrections, or additions to the minutes? Any discussion, corrections, or additions? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Minutes are approved. You have the bills, claims, payments, and transfers in front of you. We need a motion and a second to approve those.
I'll make a motion to accept bills, claims, and transfers.
Motion by Jason Bullock.
Second.
Second by Michael McKinney. Any discussion on the bills, claims, payments, and transfers?
Yeah, I've got a question. On page 8, about middle way down, there's 3 claims for $550 each. What are they for my father's house?
That's for vouchers that they submit to us.
Through ASAP.
It's through, yeah, it's through
what?
ASAP.
Through ASAP. It's an organization that meets here.
What's it for?
They sponsorships, ASAP sponsoring members into Father's House.
Well, why was it costing the taxpayers $550 a piece?
Well, it was what was appropriated through ASAP back when we had the ARPA money.
Yeah, but that was for the father's house for maintenance and keeping the building up. That wasn't to pay.
I know, but this is where we
It
budget.
says recovery voucher.
It is, but it's where it was for, that was where it was appropriated through ASAP, and they're the ones that's taking care of it. They're the ones submitting those bills.
So we gotta do what the ASAP tells us?
On the money that was given through them, yes.
But that wasn't what the money was given for, Judge.
Well, it was for,
We're opening up a can of worms here.
you know, but that's what ASAP had decided to do to benefit the, from the opioid settlement, and it kind of fits right in with that. They're trying to help with that problem, and that's part of it. So it was sent through them. I think I said ARPA a while ago, but it was the opioid money.
And we've made several other payments in the past, have we not?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
So it's not a can of worms.
Any further discussion on bills and claims? Being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign?
Opposed?
One opposed, you got it. The bills are paid. We have the second reading of ordinance 2026-1 for the Ohio County Public Facilities Corporation. That is the hospital, guys. We've already done the first reading. We need a motion and a second to do the second reading.
Make a motion for the second reading of ordinance 2026-1, Ohio County Public Facilities Corporation.
Motion by Michael,
I'll se- or-
second by Bo.
Who's second judge, I'm sorry?
Bo. Roll call.
Bennett,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Bevan,
Yes.
Morphew,
Yes,
McKinney,
Yes.
Bullock.
Yes,
The second reading of ordinance 2026-1, Ohio County Public Facilities Corporation did pass unanimously. We also had done a little adjustment to the administrative code, and we've already done the first reading of it. And it would be, this would be the second reading of that. So I need a motion second. Be good if someone that was on the committee that
I'll make the
did.
motion to accept. There was no, we didn't make an adjustment at that line. There was no adjustment at that meeting, was there?
No.
No, it was accepted as worded.
Yeah.
Who seconded it?
Bo.
Bo Bennett. Again, it's
Roll call.
ordinance roll call.
Bennett,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Bevan,
Yes.
Morphew,
yes,
McKinney,
Yes.
Bullock.
Yes.
That ordinance 2026-2, administrative code amendment, again passed unanimously. We have some property to surplus.
It's the last two things in the packet.
It's the last two things in your packet that was handed out. It's just two items. Two items, they're both wrecked Ford Explorers. One of them, the one that's damaged the most, it's actually a good motor, transmission, and everything. We never did find a body that it would fit. The other one is an older one, and transmission's out of it. And it wouldn't, the stuff wouldn't change over to fix that one. So anyway, if you see those two items, I need a motion second to surplus those, and they'll be sold on Gov Deals.
Motion to surplus the two Ford Escapes.
I'll second.
Motion by Bo, second by Dale.
Where are the funds gonna go back? Where will the funds?
I'm thinking about the senior center, I guess it was theirs. They're the ones that wrecked them.
We bought replacements already.
Yeah, but
I think
that,
that should go back into our emergency funds where that was paid out of.
okay,
I'd like to enter that into the motion.
okay, that's fine. The check will come to you, Candace, so they wants it to go into back into the emergency fund where their new vehicles was paid from. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose like sign. Those items are surplused.
get a second on it, didn't
Yeah,
Yes.
Dale.
you? Who made it?
Bo made it and Dale seconded it. Want to introduce to you, let me see, are we to that now? Casey Richardson for the Central Midwest Carpenters Group.
Got a paper here I'd like to pass out to all y'all. if y'all-
Okay.
They didn't have to take it.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, guys. I'm Casey Richardson. I represent the Central Midwest Regional Council of Carpenters. We represent 4 trades: the carpenters, the millwrights, the floor layers, and the pile drivers. for probably about the last year and a half, I've been knocking on Judge Johnson's door. He's probably tired of hearing from me.
No.
But right here in the county, we've had several projects, construction projects going on. And just so everybody in this room is clear, our organization will support any kind of construction project that's going on. That's how we make our living. The problem we have in this county, which would solve a lot of the issues that are standing behind us today, is some kind of ordinance, something that will hold contractors, zoning and planning. You have the rule book. This is the rule book. This is what everybody has to abide by. Before you, what I've done is I put $42 million project. It's a $42 million project going on in this county. And that shows what we've got on a lot of the projects going on in the community right now. You can go and on a daily, this is what reps do. We go out to these projects and we're doing several things. One, we're looking for new members. We're sitting there, we're telling them about our benefit, our wage package, and we're trying to strip these guys from these companies that are getting taken advantage of. The second thing we're doing, if we bid on a project and we've lost it by $500,000, there's a big difference there. We're trying to figure out why we lost that project by that. I put $42 million on there because that's what the school has spent in the last couple of years on all these schools, renovations, the new central board, the bus garage. And I personally believe that this is to be true, that a business model was used out there, that there was workers getting paid under the table, that was getting paid 1099, and that the county, not only did the county lose dollars on them projects, but also the state and the federal. There's been projects right here in this community that we have had Latinos. We've got 4 bilingual reps in the state of Kentucky. They'll go and we'll talk to these Latinos. These Latinos are probably the biggest ones that are getting hurt by this. Some of these, before I took this position, I would have told you that human slavery was done away with 100 years ago. That's not true. It's happening right here in our county. You go out, you start talking to this Latino community, they're working construction jobs, ain't been paid in months, and they're housing them 4 to 5 in a little 1-bedroom apartment. The only difference is we're not putting them in a basement and putting them on lock and chain. And so today I'm here, I'm asking the county, I'm asking for community support. We need to do something to change this business model that's happening right here in our community. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Casey, could you be a little more specific in what you think this group here could do? What we could do as a fiscal court?
And Karen said it, I watch y'all's meetings, I've watched them for the last 2 months. Karen said Bourbon County. We actually had a member that helped write the ordinance up there in Bourbon County. And they've got one tax official that their job is just to go out, check on these projects, and make sure that, like an RBO, that there is certified payroll, that there is taxes coming out on these. And I can tell you, they're just us as an organization. We got over 300 members that live in this county alone. And that's just our organization. You take every other building trade, it's probably thousands. You got the operators, the pipe fitters, the boiler makers, the laborers, the iron workers. I mean, it goes on and on. And then you even take just the non-union business constructions that are actually trying to do the right thing. They can compete with that. You know, they're 30% off of the bid right out of the top that they're not paying into them.
Okay.
So I would look at Bourbon County and Mercer County. Them are 2 counties that's they're doing something about it in Kentucky. And I know us, we feed them information. So just because they got one lady in that office, we're hitting these jobs every day. That's what we get paid to do. We're just calling her and we're saying, hey, you might want to go check this project out. And then they're going down there, they're checking it out. If we're wrong, we're wrong. If we're right, then we gave them information to use.
Casey, when you can, it won't be tomorrow because she won't be in. But sometime in the next few days, could you come and meet with Charlotte Jones in the bottom of this office here, talk some of this out? And Justin, would you do a little research on what a county could do?
I can. If it's a pleasure of the court, I will.
Okay. we appreciate you looking into it, and you communicate with Charlotte when she communicates with Casey. Thank you, sir. I do think that's some eye-opening things that you gave us. Next, we have Sean Steele. Would you come up, talk to us for just a few minutes, and I have another speaker on that issue as well.
All right, back again. So thank you all for having me back again. Again, most of you all know me. I know most of you. We was here last time and we talked about a lot of concerns and issues that we had concerning the egg houses out on Thomas Branch Road. We have listed those concerns to you all. In dealing with this, and I'll address this first, we sent out a proposed ordinance for you all to look at. That ordinance in our mind is, all it was doing, it wasn't knocking farming out, it wasn't knocking chicken houses out of the county, that wasn't its purpose. All it was for is to say, if they come in, they need to go in a location that's appropriate. Our location is not appropriate. I have went over these concerns and I'm not going to go over all those again. That's beating a dead horse. But the ordinance was to say, choose the right location. And that ordinance listed out specific requirements that location would need. One being, and a couple, road safety for one. Weight limits for one, so taxpayers don't have to pay for the road that gets tore up, because we're gonna have to deal with it. All we need to do, and all that is saying is, let's look at where this commercial businesses go. That's all that was for. Now I want to ask you, because I think all of you all have seen it, looked at it. Let's go down the line, I guess. Where do we stand on that? Start with you, I guess, Michael.
We'll speak as a group.
Say again?
So we'll speak as a group. I'll speak for,
Okay.
whenever, we have another speaker, and after that we'll.
Okay. So I'm really, we really want to know your thoughts on that. Will I have a chance to speak after you address that ordinance proposal?
I'll give you another 3 minutes then, yes.
Okay. So I'm also understanding that in order for this to pass, we have to have 4 out of 6 votes on the court. I want to ask, can you all answer questions if I ask the questions? So I want to ask, this was brought up back in January 4th is when I talked to Bo Bennett about this issue and about the concerns of this issue. I talked to Michael McKinney on January 2nd about those issues. Talked to Larry Morphew right at that same 2nd or 3rd. So this is being ongoing. We're almost a month in. We're not seeing anything. I was just told on the 16th, Mr. Johnson, you told me that there were no permits. We couldn't find any permits. Bo said they don't have to have permits. You told me on the 16th that the permits had been filed.
Our emergency guy had those done, yes.
As of January 16th, there were no permits filed because I called all the way to Frankfurt. Multiple people did in our group. With the water quality and Corps engineers.
I'll have Charlie to call you and get you a copy of those two permit filings.
Okay. I guess our question is, where do we stand? Where do we go from here? All we're asking is for help from you all. We feel like that ordinance was fair to everybody. It's not shutting them out. It's not saying you can't build this or you can't do this. It's just saying you can't do it there because it's not appropriate. That's all we're asking. And the court can stop that. The court can say, you can build that farm all you want right there, but you can't use our road because it's going to destroy it. And the safety issues. And the environment, I haven't even got to the environmental issues yet. But the court could do that. The court could stop that right now and saying, you can build it, but you can't use this road to do it. Are y'all willing to do that? At least put a hold on it till we get this figured out. That's all we're asking. We're just asking for some help. This ordinance would keep people from being in the same position we're in right now. Because I would ask any one of you, if it was stuck in your nose, stuck in your face, would you be happy about it? I have been told for a month, you are going to love it. What am I going to love about it? I'm not making anything off of it. All I got to do is deal with the stink and the safety issues and the environmental issues. All negative impacts for me. Why am I going to love it? But I want to go back and ask Bo, when did you first know about this?
The location itself,
Yeah.
or that Vital Farms had an opportunity to come to Ohio County? Because that's two different questions.
Let's do both.
The potential of Vital Farms coming, I would say probably the first of last year. The location itself, somewhere around the time where we all got in communication.
Which was when? Well, you say we all.
December
we all.
2020 something, whenever I first talked to,
Joe.
excuse me,
Joe.
Joe, yes.
So you didn't have any prior knowledge of this before then? None?
On the exact location, no.
Okay. Are you friends with the landowner?
You don't have to.
I know Zach, but I don't think we're, doing an interrogation here either.
No.
Well, no, I'm just asking.
No.
a question.
No, I mean, that's what you're doing.
That's
here.
not appropriate.
Do, no, I'm leading up to ask this other question.
Well, ask.
You're in farming, credit and insurance, right? Is that what you do?
That is, yeah.
Have you ever had any business dealings with them in the past?
Have not.
Or current?
Have not.
Okay. And that's where I was going. I want to know because every time I have talked to Mr. Bennett, it's almost like he's taking up for it and not listening to any of our concerns at all. So I have to question, well, why? Why are you so for it, but not understanding and taking up our concerns? And I ask that directly. What can you answer that?
Because we have a set of rules in the county that does not have planning and zoning, and the landowner has followed those rules to that standard to this point, and it has not went out of those bounds at this moment in time with nothing else in place.
So the concerns that we have brought to the county doesn't matter?
We've listened to it.
Yeah.
We've
Wow.
heard it and taken
I
it.
don't mean to be
take it under
disrespectful when I
advisement.
say this, but I can listen to a lot of things, but that don't mean that,
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah, we took it under advisement, and we're gonna listen to the landowners as well. So we'll hear
You
both
addressed
sides.
me, and I just wanna say that, I'm not against poultry farming in Ohio County, and this proposed ordinance I feel like maybe jeopardize other farming entities that already exist. So the way that this was proposed, I am not in favor of it. You asked me first, and you're an acquaintance of mine, and I feel like that you and I are friends, and I wanted to be honest with you and let you know that.
And I appreciate that.
Okay.
What I'll say to that is, because I had this when we was all talking about it, this was said too. Well, what about the places that are already set up? We can't kick the Purdue people out. I get that. But what we can do is we can say from this day forward, we can put something into place to where we don't have this issue. This has been a fight for years. Why do we have to keep doing it?
Okay.
Why can't we put something in place and say from this day forward, this is set in place, and that'd be it?
There may need to be another proposed ordinance.
And
Okay.
I'm not, can the court not work on that with us?
We will, like I said, have taken it under advisement. Let's go ahead, let the other gentleman speak now.
Okay, we'll do it.
Zach
Thank you, Sean.
Cantu?
Thanks for giving me a little time to speak. I'm the guy on Tom's Branch Road everyone's talking about. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zach Cantu, and this is my wonderful family for all y'all to see. I wanted to clarify a few things. This is not a commercial Vital Farms operation. This is a local, family-owned agriculture operation. Yes, we do have a contract with Vital Farms to buy our eggs, and that we have to meet the standards of Vital Farms in that criteria. Many of you probably did not know that because of all the misinformation being spread around, including that I have partners involved in this, which is also not true. It is just myself and the people standing right here with me. I have heard several concerns that I'm going to address right now. Why don't you put it beside your house? I think that's the number one thing I hear all the time. I would love to, but I don't own any property beside of my house. Believe me, to walk out my back door and be right there and not have to make a short trip every day would be far greater, especially in the current weather conditions. But that's not an option. The road will get destroyed from all the truck traffic. It's going to be 6 semis a month. I have already seen numerous large trucks pass up and down that road and have not seen any issues or heard any noise from anybody or neighbors talking about it. When 136 was shut down due to the bridge reconstruction, it was stated to me that Tom's Branch was a highway for 2 months. Once again, no one was injured or hurt, and the road was still intact with no damages. I would never be for destroying a road. I think all of y'all on this court know that I would not allow something like that to happen. I would constantly monitor the road and be on the horn with the county road foreman. The road is too narrow. If we went on a tour of Ohio County and looked at all of our county roads, we would see that there is a lot of narrow roads with just as much traffic, if not more, passing through them. We have to use good judgment and be courteous to each other, and there's not going to be any issues. I will know the time and day that these trucks will be coming down that road and try to make it in the middle of the day with as less traffic as possible. Fixing the road for one farmer. I've heard your concerns about that as well. If 2 cars are unable to pass down the road, why would you be against widening the road? It would benefit everyone on that road, especially the people that live on the road, because they're going to travel it way more than I will. And no, your property is not going to be stolen from you. That could not be done. From what I understand, if Justin, I don't know if this is right or not, the county surveyor would have to see what the county easement is on Tom's Branch Road to allow of any widening of the road. Is that correct?
That's usually how we want to do it. If we have a county surveyor, he could stake where those lines are to make sure no property was taken. That's the normal course of practice.
And then
Yes.
nobody would be getting any property stolen. I mean, that's illegal.
Right.
You can't just steal people's property.
Right.
It's going to destroy the creek. That is what makes Vital Farms far superior. There's 8 separate pastures in this 53-acre block, and you rotate them out every 21 days to have regenerative growth, and it does not let the ground get destroyed, allowing vegetation to keep prospering, to keep the dust down, and to hold on to the nutrients from washing away. You will virtually not see or smell anything at that site. This is way less of a footprint than anything we've ever seen in this area. Eggs will not be sold in Ohio County. Yes, Vital Farms sells eggs at our local Walmart, but it's not just about local, it's about feeding America. These eggs will travel all over the United States to be distributed. The interesting thing about Vital is that the carton has a barcode on it, and that you can scan it and see where the eggs actually come from, and people would be able to see part of our wonderful county. We were never notified about this being built. In Ohio County, there's no planning and zoning outside city limits. This is what makes this county so great, because you can do what you want with your own property and not have the government involved telling you what you can and cannot do. This is a poultry house being built, not some big industry. We have an abundance of them all over the county, and the county has thrived from it. But as far as passing ordinance against poultry houses in Ohio County, that is something we do not need. There is already state regulations in place that you have to follow to build poultry houses in Kentucky. Poultry is the largest revenue in commodities in the state, and as well as our county. And to put regulations on that would have a negative impact, not just on myself and my family standing here, but other farmers behind me, as well as any Ohio County residents. There are poultry houses all over this county already. There's 30 within just 3 miles of this particular site. I couldn't find any data on the poultry house USDA data, because they combined it all, but as of 2022, in Ohio County, $111,581,000 in sales were made from poultry, which accounts for 64% of agricultural sales in this county, making it the top sector of commodities in the county. Jeopardizing that with more regulations in a farming community, I mean, it'd be unheard of. Again, anything against poultry is a direct attack against the largest revenue commodity in Ohio County, and also one of the largest industries in our county, Purdue. Purdue alone would be affected from growing in this county, which they have discussed previously about expanding, as well as any current farmer who wants to grow his operation for his family and generations to come. What's funny to me is that everybody produces garbage but doesn't want to live near a landfill. Everybody wants steaks and hamburgers but doesn't want to live near cows or feedlots. Everybody wants eggs and chickens but doesn't want to live, everyone wants to eat chicken and eggs but doesn't want to live next to a poultry or egg house. We have to understand this is a give and take situation. We cannot have the best of both worlds. We live in a rural community that is helping feed America, and there are some sacrifices people have to experience for the country life. But for everyone who got up and spoke, Mr. Steele, you did a fine job addressing your concerns, but you're misinformed about this whole operation as to what it is and what will happen when it is in service. It's okay to have concerns about infrastructure, dust, and creeks. But the bottom line, it is still a poultry house in Ohio County. I hope some of you have understood and have listened to the things I've said, and I will gladly answer anyone's questions within reason after this meeting is concluded. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Zach. Okay.
So just real quick, I just want to address a couple things that was said. So, the first thing that was said was, it was an attack on poultry. No, it's not. That is not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to shut poultry down. We're only trying to limit where it can go, because it will affect our community, and it could affect other communities around the county, just like us. Another thing I want to say is, I keep hearing, or we keep hearing, this is an ag business. It's ag. Everything falls under ag. Well, if it's ag, I was told just the other day that Purdue houses are taxed under commercial. Why is that? Why are they taxed commercially? Considered commercial, if it's just ag. as far as the road being shut down, we had one truck that I know of, one semi got lost. He turned down our road. We have neighbors that have a video of it. He couldn't get through. 3.5 hours just to back out, and the neighbor had to help him. It wasn't a highway. Okay? And he also talked about, and I'm not attacking Zach, I'm not. I'm just mentioning what was said. He talked about the Vital Farms business model is pasture raised. They're outside, right? Where does all that go when it rains? It's got to go to the water. It's got to go to the creek. It has to.
We spread it on the field.
I was told last meeting that water didn't run downhill, but I know that it does. Okay. All I'm saying is, let's look at everybody involved. There's a lot going on that involves far more many people. Safety for one. Safety just doesn't affect Thomas Branch Road. I've talked to Charlie Shields, and he said if they punch in an emergency on JT King, it's quicker for those emergency vehicles. It will direct them through Thomas Branch. What happens when they meet this semi? That's all. There's a lot of people involved negatively, and that's all we can say.
Okay.
And we hope that you all will listen to our concerns. And my last question, I'll leave with this. A while ago, you said the ordinance wasn't just right. You know, who can work on that to make it right for everybody? Is that you all? Or how does that work? We're trying to help not just us, everybody. I just want to know, how do we go forward with that?
Okay.
To try to make it work, or can you all work together and make it work for everybody? Make it work for us.
Thank you, Mr. Steele. At this time, I don't think we have interest in going with the ordinance as it was, because of the fact that poultry is our biggest industry, and we really don't think the impact will be what you fear that it is.
But you said a key word there, sir. You said, I think. You don't know for sure. You said, I think.
Yeah,
I'd like to know some certainty.
All right, thank you. We've got several other, let's go on with our business here. I'm going to appoint a committee, and I've been asked to head it, which I've never done this before in all my 16 years here, but I guess I'll be the chairman of this committee. They'll bring back a proposal to the court on setting the elected officials' salaries, including the magistrates. That's why none of you want to serve on the committee. And the county attorney, the jailer, and coroner. So Candace and I, and we will think of a couple more to sit in and advise us on it. Candace knows where the money's at, what we can afford to do, and others know what the other areas paying all these offices. We would love to, if we can afford to, we'd love to stay competitive with our surrounding counties. And we really don't like our close neighbor counties to pay more for these offices than we do. County attorney has had very little raise in many years. The magistrates have not had a significant raise since 1981. The 81 is a long time since magistrates has had any significant raise. We brought the coroners up some. Some, not enough, Donnie. Some, and our jailer does everything that any other jailer in this state does. This guy jail, he don't get any shortcut, except his classification is life safety, meaning he's not guaranteed the salary that's under the General Assembly sets. So we have to set it. But like I said, could keep in mind that he does everything that any other jailer does. So that's it, Candace. We'll talk about it before this week is out and have a proposal for this court at the next meeting. Do we have committee reports? Any other committees met that would make us a report? Dustin's not here, so he heads up a couple of the committees, so he won't be here.
The housing committee will be meeting the 1st of February.
Okay, good. And you have some great challenges ahead of you
Thank you.
to address one of our number one issues is housing in the state. And Corey, if you have anybody, you can push a button with to build houses in the county, but get them.
Casey.
I meant Casey. I'm sorry. But if you know any of these guys in these construction trades that might be willing to come in here and put in a subdivision, well, hit them up. And like I said, Michael's heading up the committee now for the housing. So hopefully we can get something moving and try to access some of the funds that are out there in state level. Now we're ready for magistrate's comments, and we're going to start back with District 1 this time.
I want to address everyone that has reached out to me with text and phone calls in regards to all the issues we've currently had. And I also want to tell you that we did what we could with the roads, and I apologize for the ice in between the snows and so forth. But I hope everybody stays safe, and there's nothing else from the first district.
Jason.
I just want to, same thing kind of Michael said, I appreciate what our road department's doing. We have the 5th largest county, and I looked today just to kind of get an idea. People were talking about their roads, and we packed it down. When you take a grader across something or a blade, you're not going to go all the way to the blacktop because you'll mess the blacktop up. And a lot of time with salt, they wonder what about salt. Well, chip and seal roads, it tears your salts, but salt will tear your roads up. But the average county, the median was 309 miles in across the state of Kentucky. We have almost 800 miles. So our guys, they have a lot to work with, and they have been working hard, and I appreciate everything they've done.
Okay, yes, and the big issue is you had snow, then you had ice, and then more snow. And so the first pass with the graders, you get the snow, second bunch of snow off the top of the ice. And that's about all we've been able to get with our first pass. Today, the salt has begun to work some, and I believe it'll make a big difference. Bo?
Yep, I'd like to thank the road department as well. Also, you know, bad weather brings bad times, but it also brings good times, and saw a lot of people with their little tractors helping out, neighbors getting their driveways graded and things like that. So that's always a good thing to see in a small town like this. So.
Okay, that's great. Dale?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the road department, plus everybody up in the Fordsville area with their tractors and four-wheelers plowing, everybody's neighbors, you know. It's just good spirit to see everybody out helping each other. And our road department's doing all they can. Well, we got 6 trucks.
Yes.
We got 6 pickup trucks out plowing 700 miles of road. So.
And one road grader would run it on where we can. Gotta be real careful where we use the grader.
So, I mean, you take 6 trucks, that's over 100 miles per truck to get cleared, so. And the salt's freezing in the back of the trucks, or having trouble getting it out, so. Just please be patient.
Okay, Larry?
Yeah, I asked, back to the bills and claims, I've asked our county attorney, Justin County, to check in to see if that was legal to pay that. And also, when it's bad, we're not getting a report. We get one every time about where the road department is. I think you were trying to work on that where there's several ladies works here in your office if somebody from the road department could bring a list by and they could email us, so it's hard to tell people when they call you about the roads where the road department is, we don't know.
Of course, they were somebody in every place this time.
Yeah,
They
but
were
we
all
didn't know
over.
that.
They
We
were
didn't know.
everywhere.
You call out the road department. you
Shanda's
can't
dad
get
died
hold
this week
Yeah.
too, so she's not been at work.
Yeah, Chandra's
I know that,
father
I'm
died.
not
She's the
saying
one that
about
does it.
that. I'm saying that they could, somebody could email at least to the office here and they could email us. When you get nasty calls from some people, not everybody, but there's some people that really get upset about the roads, and I'd probably be one of them if I lived on the county road.
But, well, we are keeping the road departments really moving good, and they are not neglecting anybody. If anybody got elected today, it was Dale. A couple of his roads they'll get tomorrow. Railroad bed.
Can you work on getting that sent to us?
I will, but that would only be where they started that morning. You would never,
At least we'd know what vicinity they're in.
Yeah, you
Way
know
the
where they-
roads are, they're not going real far.
you know where they started that morning. We'll try to do that.
That's all I have.
Justin,
Thank you.
and you will communicate with the hospital on that ordinance where we finished, or do you want me to?
I can let them know. I
Okay,
know
'cause they
they're
dealt
still
with you.
needing correspondence from the USDA, one
Okay,
thing left, but
okay.
I'll let their attorney know.
Well, I didn't mind doing it, but I know that they had come through you the last time.
Yes.
Okay, we have any citizens that have anything for the good of the body? I see a hand.
Just have a question.
Yes, ma'am?
I'm trying to obtain some minutes from OCEDA meetings from 2025, and I've not been able to do that. My request keeps going unfilled, so I didn't know, Block, if you could help me out there to get those, or do I need to go through an open records request
Call
for Justin?
Christina Carpenter at the Hub.
Several times, and she is sweet as pie and wants to be helpful, but for some reason can't get them to me.
I will talk to her, but there were not a lot of open meetings and I mean, a lot of canceled meetings. We had some that were, so there was probably, if there were maybe 2 or 3, if that. Okay. Yeah, we can check with that.
Have tangible, trying to do some own research, and being able to not get public records of the county is very disheartening.
She should have them.
I'm sure she does. Justin, do I need to come to your office to do open records request?
I mean, if you send me an email, there's certain requirements with respect to an open records request, but if you send me the emails, the dates, and I'll forward to OCEDA, there's a certain amount of time that they would need to respond once that request was made officially.
Yeah.
So I don't know about it beforehand, but if you make that, then there's the 5 days.
But I'll assure you, there will be no department in the county won't give you what you asked for. You just gotta ask them for it and they'll
Well,
get it
today,
for you.
that's not the case, but I'll give a little more time and see
Yeah.
if they get produced. Thank you.
Did I say something?
Yes, sir.
My name's Roger Carter, and I live on Tom's Branch Road. And I know it, everybody else thinks it's all right, but if you got a chicken house at 1,000 foot of your front door, believe me, I don't think y'all would think it was all right. So what I'm more concerned about is somebody has an accident on that road back there. Who's gonna be responsible for it? And we're gonna hold Vital Farms, not necessarily Zach, but we're gonna hold, Zach maybe, but we're gonna hold Vital Farms and responsible for that. And another thing, what I'd like to know, I mean, we see the court's not gonna do anything about an ordinance to help us with zoning or anything else. But what does the people in this county have to do? What can they say? Do they not have a say? Can we not put it on a ballot sometime and see how the people feel about it? Because this is 95% of the people. I mean, in this county, and you're representing 5.
There's
So if that 95% says we want zoning in this county, can we get it passed?
there's such thing as a referendum where you can get it on the ballot. There's a procedure for it. You have to ask an attorney to get you that procedure, but there is such a thing as a referendum. But that takes a lot of signatures, and then it has to go to the vote of all the people in the county.
I mean, I tell you right now, we don't have a thing against that. I mean, I don't know him personally, but one of my best friends is his granddad. And I mean, I don't want to ill fate, but I don't think anybody here wants a chicken house within 500 to 1,000 foot of your front door. And I don't know if it's happened in this county, that unless it was right on their own property they already had, that they didn't go out and buy that property and put it right in your front door. And we'll see what we can do about getting the people in this county to see what they want to do. I mean, do they want to have to get a permit to build an outhouse or something? Or do they rather have a chicken house stuck in the front door?
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I live up in North 4th District. I have a substation I can take a rock and hit. It sounds like you got a 1-pound bumblebee in my area. But nobody asked me. It's the landowners over there, so, I mean, I'm just not for planning and
You're
zoning.
not for what?
I'm just not for planning and zoning.
Well,
I mean, that's only one good
I know the whole
thing.
court is.
Yeah.
But I mean, do we have a right?
Well, I
Do we not have a right?
You
as
have a
citizens
right,
in
I
this
mean-
county to do something other than what the court recommends?
mean, yep, you can get it on the
I
ballot.
mean, maybe we need to see about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're more than welcome, but I just want the people to know I am not.
I mean, I don't think a substation is like a.
You look 'em up.
Cesspool or something in front of your front door.
Well, you look it up. It supposedly causes cancer and all kinds of stuff.
Well, you should be saying
You know,
something about it.
I mean,
Power company's not gonna
I just
move it.
live with it. I mean, it's for the
You
good of
live
the
with
people.
it because it can cause cancer?
I live with it
I don't think I'd
because,
be living with it.
I live with it because it's another man's property and it's his business.
So I see right now, I mean, it's gonna be up to the citizens in this county to do something if they want to. And believe me, if they don't want to, I'm fine with that. And I mean, yeah, I want them, if they put this chicken house in, I want it presentable so we can live comfortably the rest of our life.
I believe it will be, sir. I really do.
I mean, here's another thing, and we're gonna see to it that they do, because this thing ain't over with a long way. And they will, I mean, he can put it in, and I'll be friends with him, I mean, we'll be neighbors. And we're not gonna do nothing destructive about it, but we will see till it's one where it's presentable for us to live a comfortable life.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'd like to speak, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for the chance to speak. I'm gonna try not to say very much. The issues here have been glossed over. I am for agriculture in this county. It's probably one of the best things the county's got going. And it's because farmers had worked together. I am also pro-veteran. This isn't, I hope, all I'm here for is to hope to see that the houses, they go in, they're managed properly, and a veteran can enjoy the land he served. I've watched this happen before. It goes back more years than some of y'all were born. Screw this looking at these people. I'm gonna turn around and look at y'all. Hey, I don't want any trouble with anybody. I just wanna see if this man's treated fairly. There's a lot of people in this county that are scared to talk because there's good people in this county. Some men hide behind their families. Some people are afraid to say anything because they don't want to hurt the family. I don't want it to go there. Treat this man fairly. Do not let it happen again. The last time it was a World War II vet. And you can say what you want to about that one. You don't want to go there on that one. I'll be Charlie Kirk. I'll sit down and have a conversation. I think I said too much.
Yeah.
But if you know who I am, you might have a clue of how much I know about what's going on. And if you know who my daddy is, you know I don't care to stand up for what's right, and I don't care to say it. I'm watching. You better do right this time.
Be careful, sorry, that could sound threatening.
There's no threats here at all.
That's enough. We're done.
Sir, I got one more question for you.
Okay.
Is it a marionette style puppet, or does the hand go up through the bottom?
You're totally out of order. Sit down. We don't,
That's
no,
fine.
no more
I
work.
can say
No,
what I
no,
want.
you're
I
done.
live in this county.
You're
I
done.
do business in this county.
No,
The next
I
time
said
this
sit
county-
down, shut up. You're done, buddy.
The next time this county wants to improve, you should ask the people that leave and don't come back.
Yeah. You're done. That's sort of thing, that's sort of the show we're not gonna have at this court meeting. So don't ever try that again.
I can try it up.
Yes, you got downright nasty. And if you,
Nasty, I'm sorry.
and the other, everybody else was more pleasant. Mr. Steele was respectful and he put his thoughts out.
Just because they live here.
So did Mr. Cantu. They both did. So that's
All I'm
for me.
saying, do right this time.
I'm sure it will be. Anybody else got anything? Not, because this meeting adjourned.